Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Sunday's live stream once again. Weekly wrap up is what I called it this time because I wanted to change it up a little bit, just like last week. I think next week I'm going to go to, because I made three different versions already. So next week I'll probably go back to my weekly reflection. We'll see what works best. But thus far, weekly wrap up has, I think, the most attendees registered at least. We'll see how many people show up. But Jeez, just turned on myself. Turn on my stream and I already hear myself. Oh, and I hear. Oh, sorry. I was just checking another comment an hour ago. Hi, Colonel. I hit the button to indicate, but I'm attending today, but it was accidental. Too many things to attend to. Before I deliver tonight, Uber Eats food orders. Thank you, and no, it'll be a great session. Yeah, so no problem, Kevin. You can watch it always on replay. I just addressed it in live, so but that's okay. That you don't have to worry about it. People, not everybody who registers to attend obviously is here, because otherwise currently we would have instantly 80 live viewers. So but that's not happening, unfortunately. I wish it was, but yeah, tell that to the LinkedIn or people or whatever. Blame that on them. Let's see. Okay. So, geez. Once again, classic busy week. And once again, I will look in the calendar to check what happened. Because once I do, I already know that you know, uh, once I do, I check all the events and then I'll see, okay, this is what happened, and then I'll remember instantly. But just need a little kickstart. Okay. So, what do we have? A lot of schoolwork, as always, and it's starting to ramp up even more now because professors keep introducing new final projects and then final tests and all of it, because we're heading into the last month of, well, I think like the last 3 weeks of classes, I think, because after beyond that, it's just finals week. So, just basically last 4 weeks of school. And yeah, so it's getting way busier. So that's school stuff, and then business stuff. Here, oh yeah, I met with a couple of people. So let's see. Yeah, back to Lunch Club again. Fortunately, people have started responding a little more. Still not optimal, but it's definitely more than it always used to be. So I'm happy for that. And then what else was it? On Thursday, yeah, on Thursday I met with this one guy who was from Brazil, and he was basically he was like, "Oh yeah, I want to go to the United States eventually and stuff like that. I'm in software development." And I was like, "Okay, well, he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to go to California because there's a lot of taxes, and I'll get uh, I'll basically get just destroyed on those." And so I told him, "Yeah, actually, there's California is not." Because people from outside the United States, even before I came to the United States, I was like, oh, you have Silicon Valley in California, and that's where all the stuff happens. It's if you're not there, you can't be in software development, okay? But then as time passed, and as I was in North Carolina, I realized, yeah, actually, for example, RDU, the Triangle area, Raleigh Durham, and what's that called, Chapel Hill. It's called a research triangle for a reason, because there is some software companies. I don't know how many, but I do know that it is expanding, and that, for example, Lenovo has their headquarters there, I believe. So yeah, so it is definitely an alternative. It is another software development hotspot. I don't know. And then I know another one is Tennessee, I believe. Maybe that's for, I know a lot of, what is it called? Insurance companies are in Tennessee. I think anybody in the comments could correct me or not correct me. I don't know. Anyways, so I talked to him about that. Told him, yeah, California is not the only place to go to do software development anymore. And she's like, yeah, cool. So yeah, Brazilian guy. It was cool too. Then I had, yeah, no, I'm looking at the wrong week. There it is. Then there was, it's called Storytelling for Solopreneurs by Mike McQuillan. And I actually made a post about that too, because I don't know, his post, his events, the Storytelling for Solopreneurs happen once every month, but they always inspire me to make a post because they make me remember like stories, something about me to use in my business. And now I can't find it because my LinkedIn is messy. Oh gosh. Okay. Just checking. Okay. Also, just trying to see how many followers we gained yesterday. So 19 and then 5 today. Okay, that's good. Pretty good growth. But I don't know, LinkedIn has been getting more like the dead internet theory. So yeah, let's see. That's my post. Show it on stream because people might be watching from YouTube, and if people are watching from YouTube, I want them to see it too. It might not be on LinkedIn. Okay, let's share it. Oh, post, share should be good. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what I was talking about basically. Just first live stream I ever did. It almost ended before it began. I remember it was in early November, and up until then, I've done plenty of shorts, just under 400, I think, maybe a little, maybe over, with counting stuff I did for my dad or something like that. But I don't know, just let's say just under 400 shorts. But so I was confident on camera with shorts, but I was not confident on camera with live streams because live streams are a whole different ball game. You have to actually, you don't have to prepare. Okay, and I didn't. Maybe I should have made like some points because I hate having, for example, a script. Okay, I was glad I didn't have a script that day because if I did have a script, I would not be able to continue because it would just be blah, blah, blah. I would not be able to do that. So yeah, but I remember I felt, well, I just wrote it here. Everything is here. I felt like my heart was in my throat before I clicked the go live button. I was like, oh gosh, I can't do this, and I even started late because of that. Because I just kept telling myself, okay, let's do it, and then I can't do it. Oh, let's do it. Oh, yeah, but then I just had to take a leap of faith because didn't want to disappoint anybody who was going to watch. But at the time, it was only on YouTube because on LinkedIn they wouldn't allow me to stream for some reason. In any case, but yeah, so I did it only on YouTube, but it was and I knew there was not probably going to be a lot of live viewers, but still, you're still streaming out to the public, and also it is out there. It is just out there once you're what's it called? Uh, once you finish streaming it, it's out there for anybody who wants to watch it on demand. Yeah, so you don't want to mess it up because if I become viral one day, then people will definitely start scrolling through my YouTube videos or wherever, and they'll see these old videos and stuff like that. So you just want to make it look nice. Although, uh, in my defense, like I said, it was my first time, so they're like, "Ah, you look like a dumbass" or whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks. I want to see you in my shoes. Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so that was fun. And I also said I had a Gatorade bottle. I did have a Gatorade bottle, this one right here, but I did not use it, as I said in the post. I just kind of a memorable insert there. Yeah, like 3 minutes. I grabbed my water bottle still on camera. It took long 10 seconds. Yeah, that didn't happen, but that's what I did. Truth is, I made the Gatorade bottle up part. Made up the Gatorade bottle part. But you remembered it, didn't you? That's the power of a good story. So, yeah. So but it did. What happened was the nervousness, literally. Um, and I did need to take a deeper breath because I remember when I was in the middle of it, my dad texted me. I think maybe it was in the middle of it. Like I need to, because I was just swallowing sentences. Like I couldn't breathe properly, so I just did a little bit of a reset, and that helped it. That definitely helped it. And then since then, it's been Um, Pretty fine. Still not always perfect. Still always a little bit nervous on live streams. But as you can see, if you compare this to my first stream, it's definitely going to be a whole big bunch of difference. Yeah. We got 2 live viewers on YouTube. Hello to those. And I did not even see. Oh, because it's not showing up. I keep forgetting to open the chat. Okay, my dad has said. That was a minute ago. Minute ago. All content will stay for as long as the internet will be alive. Likely, like you can delete it, right? People say, "Oh, you can delete it," but it's still gonna be in the database. So it's not really helping you if you delete it. It's still gonna be there forever. Anybody can find it. Anybody from the employees. If an employee goes rogue and you know just wants to show all the stuff, then yeah. Petronella. Okay, you're here. Hello, it's good to be here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I can't even see your comment on LinkedIn for some reason. It's not popping up. I can only see my dad's comment for some reason. Let's see if it works now. Still nothing. Wow. Oh, never mind. I just saw it. Okay. There it is. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Right. So, yeah, so that was my post. And what should we talk about next? We're already 10 minutes in, I believe, and my computer just froze. Sweet. Technology, yeah. Again, that's what Mike McClellan also talked about. Sometimes you can be ready, sometimes you can be as prepared as much as you can be, but then technology just goes poof on you and you got nothing. Because he tried to do the session last week on Thursday, but first of all, on my calendar it said that it started at 7 p.m. It started at 6 p.m. So I showed up an hour late. But even when I showed up an hour late, he said, "Oh, you're an hour late." But the the whole thing was it was bad anyway. So we'll be doing it the next week. So yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, so Wi-Fi issues. Sometimes it's hardware issues. So oh well. Want to talk about some news. What's currently in the news regarding AI? Not going to go into uh, politics because I do not want to get into that on stream. Okay, let's see it. Okay. One of the news things was that what was it called? Let's stop sharing this. There we go. One of the things was that with the new update of OpenAI, no, ChatGPT, I forgot what it was called, but they updated its well, not even updated, just upgraded actually. Its image generator, I believe, and now it can like if you upload an image into it and then say, "Oh, I want this image," but in like a drawn cartoonish sort of style. It's called a Ghibli. I actually don't know what that is. Ghibli. I have never heard of that before. only now, like when people started talking about it, I was like, oh, okay. I uploaded a couple of pictures in there and it said, okay, make a Ghibli out of this, and it actually did. It was not that bad, although like there were still some mistakes and stuff like that, but it was fairly good. The image has to be pretty clean. If you have it's an image that's dark and stuff like that, it's gonna start and there's like people in the dark. It's gonna start mixing limbs. So put your head on somebody else's shoulder and stuff like that. But let's see. Okay, yeah. So that was a cool one, but one caveat with that, what OpenAI has come out with, is that they needed to throttle it for especially free users because it. I think they literally said it melted their CPUs. Let me see if I can find the article because I know I had it somewhere. Let's just check. Maybe not here. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. No. Probably not. Hang on. Okay, let's search it up. OpenAI melting. Yeah, there it is. Let me share this. No, would find it. Okay, share this. Okay, so that's yeah. Get out of here. OpenAI says our GPUs are melting. It's not CPUs, it's GPUs, as it limits ChatGPT image generation requests. Yeah, the company's trying to make image generation more efficient. Yeah, because apparently um, the thing that they released was very, very consuming, and they didn't realize, I guess. Yeah, the fervor around ChatGPT is more accessible and more advanced image generation capabilities has forced OpenAI to temporarily put a rate limit on image generation requests. He said, it's super fun seeing people love images in ChatGPT, but our GPUs are melting. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be something for. I already made many videos about not many, like 3 videos about the ecological impacts of ChatGPT. So that's gonna be another fun one. Totally doesn't consume a s ton of energy and water, of course not, totally not. Yeah, for what? For some people to just generate, I don't know, fake art, if you want to call it that. This doesn't make much sense to me. I don't know. Yeah, but if you want it, I guess you can. Me personally, I didn't do too many images with it. I don't, at the same time, I'm not saying like I'm like a person to be conserving or stuff like that. I'm trying to always, but or like I'm not focused on it, but you know, whatever. And then what else did we want to talk about here? Oh, I just opened up my what's it called? My search bar on my Windows tab, and it said Vincent Van Gogh's birthday. Nice. Happy birthday to Vincent Van Gogh. Oh, and the new comment, of course. Let's see. Gosh, my computer is messy. Okay. That said built. Oh, let me show it actually. Forgot to show it last time. Built 10 nuclear power plants in the US and the problem is solved. I don't know if 10 would be enough. Possibly. Depends on how large you make them, right? Obviously. But and where they are, of course. But if you make only 10, it might be problematic with the electrical grid, right? Because like maybe people know this, maybe people don't, but our electrical grid is super outdated. 50s, 60s type of deal, okay? And it has not been updated since then. That's sad. That's why there's so many power outages everywhere, because more and more people are getting on the grid, and obviously the grid cannot sometimes take it, right? So it hasn't been upgraded in a while. And I don't know if 10 nuclear power plants, like, you can put them strategically, you can put them in like or near like big cities or whatever, like near big reservoirs, near big cities or whatever. But how are you going to get it into, for example, Wyoming, Idaho, stuff like that, right? Uh, Getting it through those mountains and stuff like that, I don't know how that would work. So still, it's not only about having it on nuclear, right? So those towns can have something else uh, generating. It always has to be a mix of everything. It can't only be nuclear, because what if something happens with nuclear, right? But it also only can't be coal power plants. It also only can't be solar, or only can't be what it was called, dams and stuff like that, right? So because any one of those can fail, right? And you don't want that happening. So there always needs to be some sort of backup stuff. So I don't know if 10 nuclear power plants would solve it. If they were big, possibly, and you would need to have the infrastructure to get the electrical grid out to very inaccessible places. And another comment. We are a power-hungry society. 10 developed quickly would give us a head start. Right, again, yeah, but that doesn't answer really how are you going to get it to inaccessible small towns, right? Anyways, 20 minutes in. So I think it would be a good reminder now to tell people about my donation link. My fingers disappear right there. Yeah. So if you support what I do, if you support the stream, if you're enjoying the show, hey, scan that QR code, donate to me. Be very appreciated. $1, $5, whatever it might be, whatever you have in your pocket as change. If you don't want to, that's also okay. Anyways, also, I to all of the another comment. Nuclear is the only source that generates enough power per square inch. Right. But again, you need not only have like only nuclear, right? That's what I was talking about. So cool. Yeah. That probably is true. And I'm aware of the power of nuclear energy, okay. But it's not again, nuclear energy is not necessarily foolproof in the technical sense. It might be foolproof in, let's say, emissions sense and all of the other stuff, ecological stuff and output stuff, but it's definitely not foolproof. Just like any other piece of technology, it's not foolproof. So, yeah, you'd still need to have backup stuff for that. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's see. And then I should just realize one more school achievement that I've had recently. A professor just emailed me about it, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" He said that I would be a student moderator for like a what's it called? A research conference, like one of the most prestige. What he called one of no, not one of the most prestigious research conference, undergraduate research conference here at Illinois Wesleyan. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. What would I do? It would just moderate like to the speaker. Like I would have an hour-long session, and I would moderate whoever spoke. So whoever speaks. I was like, okay, I'll take that. I mean, I was only what he told me, like he could only pick 2 students. There's gonna be like 18 total moderators. So I was like one of from his classes, I was like one of 60. One of basically 30 because he had to pick another one. So I guess that's a pretty good achievement. So congratulations to me. Yay. Okay, now to other topics because life doesn't stop there, obviously, and still, yeah. So, okay. Nuclear is sufficient. Sending power across 10 states is not a problem. Oh, is it? Because really, like, how are you going to get it into, I don't know. No, let me look at a map. I want to visualize this. Okay, come here. Load up. Okay, let's see this. I don't care if the stream runs a little longer now because I wanna see what he has to say about this. Okay. So where would you technically want to put these reactors? Looking at this, right? Maybe 1, 2, somewhere around here because there's some. Well, no, actually, there's not a lot of water here. So maybe again, here's not a lot of nuclear power plants. Obviously, need to have a water cooling, right? So you can't put it in dry areas. So you already have a problem here: Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. Then yeah, you have like 5. Let's say 5 here, about right. Maybe 3 here. Well, maybe actually for the Midwest, there's not a lot of people, so I would say 2 somewhere around here, maybe like near the lakes, obviously. And then how are you gonna cover this, right? I'm just saying. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse. I hope you can because I was just pointing it out with my mouse. But it would be good if you could. Okay. So something to think about. Back to the research studio. Okay. So that's my 2 cents, I guess. Just tell me how you can extend the power from 2 nuclear power plants all across that area. I know there's not a lot of people living there, but that's not the issue. How are you going to get it to each and every single one of them? That's the issue. And then, of course, where you have a problem in the literal middle of the desert is there's no water, so you can't build a power plant there. So that, again, there needs to be just power lines or maybe underground power lines, but that's way more expensive. And currently, like, that's a lot of money. Although with the current spending of the money that was figured out, uh, probably would not be any issue with that. They could probably invest that 1 trillion that they invested into all the other countries into our own updating our own electrical grid, for example, because if you don't upgrade, it's going to be really dangerous. Sorry, the thing is going to rot. Yeah, so that's not good. It's very irresponsible to not invest into your own infrastructure. What else did I wanted to say? Well, 26 minutes, so we're almost at the end. Let me just say, to all those that, again, I'll be sending, already sent actually some messages, and to the previous attendees. There's another comment. I'll address it after this. Okay, let me finish my thought. To the previous attendees of my last and the previous week's webinars that were registered, I sent a thank you message, and also my father, who's currently in the comments, he's helping me grow, and by he's given me basically his service to offer with some also discount codes. But there's a catch to the discount codes. You are not getting one unless you are an attendee, for example, of this webinar, right? So I'll be only sending it to the webinar's attendees in the coming days. Probably I'll probably cover it tomorrow, because the code that I'm going to be sending probably expires on Friday. So yeah, you'll have some time. But yeah, so as a thank you to the members here that are helping me grow, and yeah, so I'm definitely gonna. Sorry, I just got a notification. Yeah, as a thank you, I'll definitely be sending those messages out, and yeah, some have already gotten DMs. So if you are watching this live stream, check your DMs. I probably already sent you a message. You can check it out, and yeah. So yeah, and thank you to my dad who's helping me grow. And it's did I mention what it is? It's a LinkedIn profile makeover service. Almost forgot to mention that, of course. As always, the biggest thing, and I forget to mention it. Man, another comment. Yes, we can see it. As I said, okay, the blinks. I think the blank spots even do not have as much consumption. Our grid generates power for them now. The 10 would boost the supply. Okay. Sure. But if you put 10 new nuclear reactors on the power grid, don't you think a power grid from the 50s and 60s will just, I don't know, it would overload it maybe a little bit? 10 nuclear reactors would overcharge. Sure, it would boost it, but at the same time, boosting means overcharging. And you don't want that, because sure, there might be somewhere, maybe might be a lack of electricity or a shortage of electricity. But what's even worse is, well, probably not even worse, but it is on the same level as overcharging it, because it's still going to cause blackouts, right? So you don't want to overcharge it either. Give me a quick response for that, and because I have to end the stream soon. And I also have a meeting in 30 minutes, because another story. Yesterday when I was doing Social Saturday, I on one of the comments that I left, there was a guy that commented on it and was like, "Oh yeah, do you help with YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels?" I was like, "Yeah, of course, yeah, that's what I do." And he was like, "Okay," well, I told him like, "Yeah, let's DM or whatever if you want something." And then he DM'd me. He actually already sent me a phone number, and they said, "Hey, hit me up or whatever." I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't have time at that time, so uh, I was like, "Okay." So here's my booking link, and he booked a meeting for in 30 minutes basically. So we'll see what he wants. Hopefully, that leads to a sale. And yeah, I'll make it. First I'll get to know him better, obviously, because I barely know him. I'm not gonna like, "Oh, so what did you want? You wanted a $50 or you want $1,000 package? Okay, now send me the money and I'll make it for you." Okay, that's not how you build relationships. That's not how you build sales. And if it's something bigger, then there will be obviously more meetings. And I'm pretty uh confident that I will not make a sale today because I don't know the guy, simply put. So yeah, so you need to get to know people before you sell to them. No, it will be okay. You just need to upgrade the areas where you'll be sending the extra power. You know, I don't want to talk about it on stream anymore because I'm already past the time. So we'll call about that. Nuclear is the easiest to regulate. Not sure what that means, like government regulation or Alan Shaw popped in the last minute. Reduce coal, natural gas burdens to balance the extra load. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Yeah, but like I said, there needs to be always a backup. You can't just have uh only nuclear or only air or wind power or only solar or only water, right? It just doesn't work like that. Okay. Well, 31 minutes. I'm already going a little over. So thank you for attending today's stream. Thank you to all those who participated in the comments. Thank you to my dad. Thank you to Alan. And thank you to Petronella for showing up for a little bit. And I will be going now, heading out, because I'm busy with a lot of other stuff. And thank you to the 2 viewers on YouTube that I still see there. So yeah, thank you. And I'll see you. I'll be sent. Oh, again, next week, next Sunday at exactly the same time. And show up, engage, comment, like, buy my stuff. No. Yeah, no. Just coding you. I'm coding it, rewiring your brain. Eventually I'll get people to buy my stuff. Joking. Okay. Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.